I would like to make a short announcement this morning that we are going to take public comment towards the end of the meeting this morning. So it is up to, please don't disrupt the meeting. It is up to the presiding officer to determine the order of items that are taken on the agenda, and public comment will be taken towards the end of the meeting.
Why don't we have public comment, so why don't we take that up first? Why don't we take the virtual callers first, and then we'll continue with those in public.
Very well. For item number 1, let's go ahead and hear from Audit LA. Audit LA, I'm going to go ahead and ask you to unmute, and you'll have 2 minutes to offer your commentary. Go ahead.
Yes, hi. Good morning. I'm on item number 1. I would like to remind you that with all projects, that they need to be ADA compliant, because as a commission, so far you could care less that I can tell about any kind of ADA compliance or anything for the ADA community. And I do see that it has LA Hands Art Piece Foundation, so that sounds like, it almost sounds like Braille, you know, to me. Okay, like art, and this is on the agenda because it says LA Hands Art Piece Foundations. So I hope it is. I hope it is art that is there to help with people who may be visually impaired. There's different disabilities, okay, that are helped by art. In fact, there's a new, there's different foundations and stuff that are, that's coming up the pike to help with people with disabilities and to connect to art, because it's very healing. Art is very healing. And so I'm hoping that, we see more of this. But I'm also hoping to see that this board will get in compliance to deal and to respect the community and the ADA community, and that person here who's been coming time after time begging you for something as simple as an agenda in Braille. I understand if you don't have the machines to do it, but I hear the city clerk does. So how hard is it to get Mr. Knight or somebody else to get down to that office and to print out some agendas? It's unfair. And so I'm hoping that with this project that you are not unfair, and that that you do offer not only Braille, but hearing. There's people with hearing issues. They may need sound amplification. There's people with mobility issues. Make sure your streets, everything that you're building in this, that it's ADA compliant. Because sometimes you guys, that
That's 2
Mr.
minutes.
Keith Mosby
Thank
can
you.
be sneaky.
Thank you. That's 2 minutes. And next, can we hear from Enri? Enri Marini? I'm going to go ahead and ask you to unmute, and you'll have 2 minutes to offer your comment on item number 1. Go ahead.
Thank you. Good morning. Are you able to hear me well?
Yes, we can hear you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. So my comment on item 1 is that I have deep concerns about LADWP and the Public Works, not only commissioners, but the Los Angeles Public Works Department overall, on their competency to even conduct such reviews. I have had extensive conversations with LADWP on simply holding basic ordinance violations of reckless water waste, yet you're talking here about an entire river connectivity improvement. We're talking about fundamental infrastructure here. If they can't even hold Scientology accountable for wasting over 100,000 gallons of freaking water in a single day, what makes you think they're able to do major infrastructure development projects like this? I mean, this is the level of expertise and professionalism you're going to get from LADWP. I have zero confidence in their competency, and it's why I filed with the Board of Professional Engineers to review the license of Janice and the rest of the executive team, as well as for this board, on the overall standing of your professional engineering license to sit as competent professionals in reviewing such projects. This is an absolute disgrace. In item number 1, I have zero confidence that LADWP or the Public Works Commission can even tackle such an immense project like number 1 here. Again, a reckless water waste, a simple ordinance violation to issue a fine and a public announcement for a punishment. LADWP cannot even do this. So you're telling me that they can do item number 1 here? Absolutely
City
not.
Attorney.
Absolutely not.
Is he on topic?
My time.
That's 2 minutes. Thank you.
Okay, just
And next, if you like, Vice President Villegas, we can move to our in-person commenters for item number one.
yes, for, thanks. Clark for number one.
And you have 2 minutes to offer your commentary, Clark.
Did you say Clark? I'm a person with a disability too, and I think the city, Los Angeles CD14, sucks when it comes to street park arts because in the river connectivity improvements, those for the time they tear it apart, and they don't let it nicely to listen to the art speak to us because I hope it's real. Just like the bar license of Stephen Hong at 212-727, in which I plan to file a complaint because as your attorney read into the record, we have a quorum. That happened upstairs this morning at 8:30 for the record. And I want the city attorney to know that if you continue to do this, I plan to put your name on a bar license complaint too, that you're not cooperating with the Brown Act rules and you're violating my constitutional First Amendment right. But let's go back to this art. Yeah. District sewer rehab is not about art, because that shit don't smell. The only shit that smells is the shit I take on art that doesn't represent the Renaissance art, because I'm a true fan to Renaissance art by Michelangelo and the other artists from the Marazzi family. So
Thank you. A
serious.
friendly reminder that folks in the room who are offering commentary on any of our items, please approach the podium quickly and efficiently to make your comments. And we have one other commenter.
The next person that we have up for item number one is the person with the letter N.
And you have 2 minutes to offer your comment.
Yes, I signed up. You did? Yeah, why not? So, all of these change orders for Los Angeles Engineering, 6th Street for that racist Kevin De Leon. He calls black people monkeys. The only monkey
Please
is
stay on
him.
topic.
What, I am, you dumb bitch. Look at item number one. It says CD14. Who runs CD14? Kevin De Leon. Right. So how can I possibly be off topic, Mr. City Attorney? And a sewer rehab, they're siphoning shit. Yes. When you humans sit down at the toilet after you're eating Taco Bell, and you put that shit into the toilet, and it goes down into the sewer. And then when the police knock on the door, and then you have to put all the cocaine, drugs, and all of the items in the sewer, it washes out into the Santa Fe Avenue River. And then it goes into the Hyperion plant, and then out into the Santa Monica Bay, where all of the dolphins and all of the whales eat your drugs and shit. That's why they hate you. Yes. So they want a change order to reinstate the as-bid scope so that they can go to Kevin and give him liquor and prostitutes and hope they can raise this bar. And you dumb bastards here will vote yes unanimously instead of sending the item back and demanding a full accounting. Because you're too stupid to know what this is. You don't have the numbers. You're voting for fake numbers, unfunded mandate.
That's 2 minutes. I would like to make a quick announcement that I failed to make earlier, Vice President Villegas, and that is that item number 8 will be continued to, at the request of the Bureau, to September 25th.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Online?
Online,
Yeah.
correct.
Thank
Vice
you.
President Villegas. Audit LA. Audit LA. We're now on item number 9, the Climate Emergency Mobilization Office update. I'm going to go ahead and ask you to unmute, and you'll have 2 minutes to offer your commentary on this item. Go ahead.
Are you guys trying to confuse the public and trying to suppress free speech today? That being the case, when it comes to this, I'm just asking you to remember our canopies. We need good canopies. We do need them trimmed so people aren't injured. But we do need cooling technologies. I'm sitting here in the sun right now and would love a shade tree right now. I reserve the rest of my time.
Thank you. All right, and I think we have one more person on Zoom.
Yes, Vice President Villegas, we do have Enri Marini. Enri, I'm going to go ahead and ask you to unmute. You'll have 2 minutes to offer your commentary.
Yes, hello again. Good morning. This is Enri Marini. You know, in all the places I've visited, California, for some reason, despite having the country's most lush forests and vast amounts of land and some of the largest known bureaus of land management that are very well furnished with trees, for some reason, it just seems to me, right? I can't quite put my finger on it, but it just seems to me that LA seems to miserably fail to understand that trees are important. And I don't understand why that is not a #1 ticket item on item number 9 here. If you want cooling, you don't need water stations. You need more trees. It's really just that simple. And for a place that's essentially Texas 2.0, and the fact that you have some of the most diverse bio life here, I just don't understand why that point is not made on item number 9. Again, I've been to a lot of different places, and it just seems to me that of all the places in California, LA just cannot seem to grasp this fundamental physics 101 that trees equal shade, shade equals cooling, therefore that should be ticket number 1 on item number 9. It just throwing it out there. Maybe I'd be happy to offer some remedial physics to the professional engineers. You know, I'd be happy if trained engineers in my lifetime. And maybe they just need some brushing up. Who knows? You know, it happens to the best of us sometimes. I yield my time.
Thank you.
All right, thank you for your comment.
Thank you, Vice President Villegas. A quick announcement for our attendees who are joining us via the virtual platform. I do make an announcement generally at the beginning of the meeting prior to the start of the meeting about 10 a.m. in which I inform attendees here in the room of the process by which they can offer public comment or commentary on any of our items. I make a similar announcement to those attendees who are joining us via Zoom. We have, in fact, closed commentary on our climate emergencies report. So I did see one of our commenters raising and lowering their hand. I do make make numerous attempts to engage the public to offer opportunities to provide your information for public comment and commentary on our items. With that said, moving on to item 2, we do have Audit LA. Audit LA. We are on item 2, and you have 2 minutes to offer your commentary. We'll move to.
Yes, hi.
Go ahead. Go
Can
ahead.
you please, point of clarification first, how much time do I have left? And can you remind me if the 10-minute rule includes public comment, or is that in addition to the 10 minutes?
I believe public comment is separate from the 10-minute rule, and city attorney is nodding in confirmation. Audit LA, you've used 3 minutes and counting of your allotted 10 minutes. It's because we have not yet moved to public comment.
Okay, so just to clarify, I have 7 minutes more for the agenda items, but I still have my 2 minutes separate from that for public comment.
Yes, that's accurate.
Okay, and that's confirmed by the attorney. Okay, thank you. Okay, for this agenda item, I want to ask that all of these architects that they be screened to know, because what we want to know, are they owned by Scientologists or have high-level managers that are Scientologists? And the reason I ask that is because Scientology does a thing called safe pointing, where they ingrain themselves so deeply in city government and city
does
departments.
Scientology have anything to do with item number 2?
It is, I am speaking on item
Sorry to
number
interrupt
2.
the public commentary.
This is
I just
about
want to
contracts.
remind all members of the public that they need to stay on the topic of the agenda item for agenda item specific
I am on
comment.
agenda item 2, okay? I am discussing contracts. You're contracting with these companies, and I am telling you why I'm concerned, because I don't know whether or not they are owned by Scientologists. Because Scientology gets their way, okay, because they ingrain themselves. I want to make sure that you have evaluated that none of these
Do religious
15 or how
beliefs have
many
anything to do with this
architects
item?
are not going to be doing that. I yield the rest of my time.
Thank you.
Just put it for the public record if you can, please. I'm asking if, the caller was making asking if, any of the architects that are going to be used for this are going to be Scientologists. And I'm asking if that is relevant to public comment.
Yes, it is.
My role to determine whether or not something is relevant to public comment. That's in the discretion of the chair. But I can remind public commenters that they do need to stay on the topic of the agenda item for agenda item specific comment.
Okay. Thank you. All right, so I will consider this a warning then to the public commenter.
So a warning to Audit LA, please stay on topic. Second warning will result in your removal from the meeting or
Yes.
your inability to offer commentary on the rest
Thank
of
you.
the agenda items. Thank you. And we'll move next to Enri. Enri, we are on agenda item 2, and you have 2 minutes to offer your commentary. Enri? I can't tell who is speaking. I don't see a microphone moving, but I do not see Enri unmuting. I do see additional hands raised. Okay, Enri, go ahead. You should be able to speak now, and you'll have 2 minutes to offer your commentary on item number 2. Go ahead.
Yes, hello. Are you able to hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead. We're on item 2.
Okay, yes, perfect. We're talking about the joint report here. So my question on this is, I want to ask the board, what is your background in accurately being able to assess the legitimacy and technical standing on this matter? From what I understand, nobody on this board has any sort of professional engineering license or training in what it takes to carry off not only these technical projects, but really any of these points. And I'm at a loss for how it is that an entire board can be compromised with without any technical folks that have zero training in civil engineering to make decisions on civil engineering matters. I just don't seem to understand, and I will openly admit I'm a fool and an idiot in this regard, and I would absolutely love it if you could explain to me how it is that these highly technical matters are being executed upon by this board without any serious engineering or technical background at all.
Thank you, Enri. And we do, Vice President Villegas, we do have an additional hand raised for someone who may want to offer commentary on item 3. If you'd like, I can ask if the Zoom commenter. Scott, would you like to offer commentary on item 2?
Yeah, I would love to. Can you
Go
hear
ahead,
me?
you have 2 minutes.
Yes, for all this climate change and everything, I really feel like this board needs to learn about permaculture and
So
how
we're now on
all-
item 2. We've already taken public comment. We've heard and closed public comment on the climate emergencies report. We're now on item 2. Would you like to offer commentary on item 2, Scott?
Yes, this is about you guys are using some contractors for some of the work for this, for item 2. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes, and so my concern would be the contractors that you're using, do any of them have ties to Scientology? That's my question. Thank you.
Thank you.
I yield my time.
Okay.
That concludes commentary on item number 2.
Thank you. And we have a caller here, an in-person comment for item number 3.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, Liz Johnson, please.
Well, when we get to that, we're currently at item 2, so we'll take Liz.
I'm so sorry. You're right. I think this is the third item that we're taking for this morning, but is item number 2. It is my mistake. Sorry about that.
I'm going to interrupt quickly. You're disrupting the meeting. The two gentlemen in the front, this is your first and only warning. This is not a discussion. If you interrupt the meeting again, you'll be ejected. If you interrupt the meeting again, you will be removed from the meeting.
Wait a minute, who are you talking to?
Okay. There's two people right here. This is your first and only warning.
Identify who you're speaking to, because you're putting me on a picture.
Security guard, if you could please come and remove these two individuals from the meeting. They're disrupting the meeting. They've been warned and they continue to disrupt the meeting. Thank you.
You're not the chair.
Thank you.
You're not the chair. You're not the chair.
I agree with him.
The city attorney, he's not the chair. Only the chair can do that. You can't do that.
The chair just stated for the record that she agreed with the statement by the executive officer.
Actually give the warning first, and she didn't go. No, the chair did not give the warning. That's not the way it works, lady. That's not the way it works. The chair has to give a warning first. This guy is not a commissioner. He's not appointed by the city attorney. He can't do that. He's a staffer.
This is not a discussion. You've been ejected from the meeting.
Who the hell is this guy to do this? He has no authority. He has no authority. He has no authority whatsoever to do that. He has no authority. You have zero authority to do that. You have no, Davis, he has no authority. He's not a commissioner. He's not on the commission.
Attorney, who is he? Who's his dick?
Why? It's not a business meeting. It's a Brown Act meeting. It's not a business meeting. He has no authority. It's got nothing to do with disruption. It can't be a technical disruption.
Yeah, this is disrupting this meeting. You're interrupting. Security guard, please take him away.
You're causing the
Please take them away.
You're causing the disruption. It has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with me. Of course, you know he can't do this. City attorney, you know he can't do this.
Yeah.
Davis, you know he can't do this. He is not.
We must take a break for a little bit until we can get these two gentlemen escorted out.
He is not on the commission. The chair did not give the warning. The chair did not rule a disruption. It's not legal. Right? Come on, Davis.
The chair is the person who is in charge of the meeting.
Back me up, Davis.
We're not on a tit for tat.
You know what it is? Remember your friend Joel Jacinto, your fellow commissioner? He's talking to the FBI. Back me up. Back me up. Kevin James was rumored to be an informant for the FBI. Back me up. Back me up. Tell her she's wrong. You just fucking like her. You want to be one of them? You're proving it. Okay? You're doing exactly what the state bar says the deputy city attorneys do. They're breaking the law. They're not advising the chair. And you have been here the longest. All the times that Joe Jacinto was doing what he was allegedly doing, you had knowledge. You had constructive knowledge. So they're going to call LAPD. They're going to use violence against me because you don't follow the law. That's the problem. The chair has to make the ruling, otherwise it's not a disruption. He is not a commissioner. He's not a commissioner. You can misuse this all you want. That's why the state bar is going out.
All right, we're continuing with our meeting. We will continue with our meeting. We're still on item number 2. And then we will continue to item number 3. Thank you, Mr. Fierce, for your patience. All right, I don't see any other questions at hand here. And we have Commissioner Corsan who took a break. And City Attorney, can we table this vote?
I'm sorry, so you're speaking about item number 2?
Yeah, item number 2. We just want to.
Number 2, pay attention, asshole.
We would like to take a vote, but I see that Commissioner Corsan isn't here. And I was asking if we should table the vote or how we should handle it.
Just like District Clark and a whole bunch of criminals protecting your interests.
Yeah, so I would table, you can't take the vote without a quorum, so I would table the item until a quorum returns to the meeting.
Okay.
I vote no. I vote no. I vote no. I vote no. So long,
Yeah.
niggers.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm sorry, before we continue, this is Deputy City Attorney Thomas Costello Vega. I just want to state into the record that 2 individuals were evicted from the meeting after being warned multiple times by both TJ Knight, the Assistant Executive Officer, and the Chair of the meeting to stop disrupting the meeting with loud argument during the discussion of item number 2 outside of the public comment period, and they were subsequently removed.
Thank you. All right, then just as soon as Mr. Knight comes back, we can continue with a vote on this item, and as soon as Commissioner Corson comes back, we will continue with that. All right, then we will continue then for item number 3, and at least take up public comment on that item. And I do see that we have, is that in our Robert's Rules of Order? Mr. City Attorney, can we still do that?
So it appears we now have a quorum again, and so if you would like to
Thank you.
continue with item 2, or if you would like to move on to another item and return to item 2, it's up to you how to proceed.
Thank you. Yeah. We never took a break, Mr. Knight, but we couldn't continue with our business because we didn't have quorum with Commissioner Corson leaving. But seeing that everyone is back now, if we could please take a vote on item number 2. And Mr. Knight, we have people on Zoom?
We do. We have 2 commenters on item number 3 who are on the virtual platform. If I could ask Audit LA to unmute, and you have 2 minutes to offer your commentary.
Before I give my commentary, I'd like to have a point of clarification with the city attorney, please. With the previous motion, I was giving commentary that was on topic. Even Commissioner Davis recognized that
So we're
I
on
was
item
trying
number
to,
3?
No, I'm asking the city attorney. I am not giving comment yet. I'm asking for clarification. Okay? He understood what I was doing. I'm sorry that the vice president didn't. I was trying, and so I do not deserve a warning because I was on topic. I was concerned about a conflict of interest, and I want my warning
So we're on
removed.
item number 3, which is a contract award.
That's why
Please
this is
stay
a
on
point
topic.
of clarification prior to my thing.
And so if you're not going to speak to the item,
Okay, I will speak to the item. You've been duly noted. As far as theaters, I love theaters. I'm a theater person. But I do not see why the city has to spend $17 million for a theater. Okay, I love that it's historic, but there's so many people and organizations that would, I'm sure, love to step up and help save that theater. We need our streets to be navigated, to be able to be navigated by people like myself in chairs. And I'm not trying to be selfish, okay? It's not just me. There's a lot of people in chairs who their chairs are breaking and getting injured. I've been injured because the streets and sidewalks are not navigable, okay? And we're going to put 17 million. How many curb cutouts could that money go to? But it's going to one theater? Are you kidding me? Crowdsource that project. Crowdsource it. Sell the project. If it's a city entity, sell it and give it to and let the historic foundations that are private pay for it. I reserve the rest of my time. I yield back the rest of my time.
thank you. And we have next Enri. Enri, you have 2 minutes to offer your comment on item number 3. Go ahead.
Yes, good morning again. Are you able to hear me well? Yes, hello. Can you hear me well? Hello?
Your time is
Can you hear me
running.
well?
Do you have a public comment? Please speak now.
Yes, I am unmuted. Can you hear me? I'm asking to see if you can hear me.
Your time is
Hello?
running. You can speak now, please.
Yes, I am speaking. Do you not see me? I am speaking right now. Jesus. Hello.
Yes, you have 60 seconds left, and you're on item number 3. We can hear you.
So that entire minute you couldn't hear me, but nobody confirmed. You just let my time run out. Great, thanks. So as usual here, right, my point here is that you're trying to actively kill free speech, which you just demonstrated with your negligence of alerting me that my time was running out, despite constant points of clarification. By the way, that's a Robert's Rules of Order 101, and you don't even know that. I know that. I know that. Are you kidding me? Total incompetency from you guys. Just absolute incompetency. I take my time back.
Thank you, Enri. I'm going to go ahead and put you back on mute, and that concludes our commentary for item number 3.
Thank you. Move on then to item number 4, and I think we have public comment on that one too. Why don't we take the callers on Zoom for public comment?
We do, starting with Audit LA. Audit LA, you have 2 minutes to offer your commentary on agenda item number 4.
Point of clarification, how much time do I have left minus public comment?
Go ahead.
How much time do I have left?
2, 4, 6, 7, 3 minutes.
Okay, we keep seeing Hyperion coming back for more money over and over and over again. I just have an honest question. Is this why our sewer bills are being doubled? I give back the rest of my time.
Enri? Enri, would you like to offer commentary on item number 3?
I will pass public comment on this point. Thank you.
Thank you. I do see a hand raised. Scott? Scott, would you like to offer commentary?
Yes, can you hear me?
I apologize. This is item number 4. Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead. You have 2 minutes.
All right, thanks. Thanks for answering that question. That was a real simple question. I yield my time.
Okay. That concludes commentary on item number 4.
Appreciate it. Thank you. All right. Then
Sorry about that. They've all been muted.
all right.
We do have public commenters.
Oh, excuse me.
Virtual platform.
Sorry about that. We do have public comment.
Starting with Audit LA. Audit LA, we are on agenda item 5, and you have 2 minutes to offer your comment. You have 2 minutes left.
Yes, thank you for not forgetting us. The rink sounds like a huge money pit. My suggestion is to please sell it, let private contractors or private people fund it, and let's put all that money towards making our streets able to be navigated by everybody, including the ADA community. I yield back the rest of my time.
Thank you. Enri? Enri, you have 2 minutes to offer your commentary on agenda item 5.
I would love to hear from the board what their favorite flavor of...
So we're on agenda item 5?
Yes, for control systems on making the skate park building a smooth process while operating some of the equipment listed on some of these budget items. I personally am a big fan of the Emerson Delta V. I know Ovation offers a really great historian as well as a backup for the application as well as the hardware, and would just love to hear what expertise you have on some of these distributed control systems that manage the operation necessary to build out the skate park. You know, I hear you guys are great experts at this stuff, and you know, just love to hear your feedback. I'm sure we could all gain a lot of knowledge from your professional engineering experience on this. I yield my time.
And that concludes commentary on item number 5.
All right, then let's continue. Thank you. I see that we do not have Mr. Knight at the desk right now, but Mr. City Attorney, can we still vote on this? And then when he comes back, I can let him know? Or how do we handle it?
I would advise just waiting for him to come back so that it's properly
Okay.
recorded the way he does it.
I appreciate it.
If that is okay with you.
Yeah. we'll just take a minute break. Yeah. Thank you. All right. Thank you.
And then Deputy City Attorney, really quickly, if you could restate just the motion in the second to make sure that's all recorded.
Thank you. All right, let's move on then to item number 6, and this is an administrative item. And do we have public comment on this item as well?
Yes, we do. We have 2 commenters for item number 6.
Okay.
Who are on the virtual platform, starting with Audit LA. Audit LA, you have 1 minute left, excluding public comment. Go ahead.
I reserve my time. I yield
Thank
back
you.
my time.
Thank you. Enri, you have 2 minutes to offer your commentary on item number 6. Go ahead.
No, I yield my time. I'm waiting for the next item. Thank you.
Thank you. And that concludes commentary on item number 6.
All right, great. All right, then we will go on to item number 7. And for this item, we also have public comment.
We do, starting with Audit LA. Audit LA, you have 50 seconds. Go ahead.
I yield my time. I have a minute because I did not use any of my time for the last one or this one.
And Enri Marini. Enri, go ahead. You have 2 minutes to offer your commentary on item number 6.
I also yield my time. Thank you.
Very well. That concludes commentary on item number 6. Madam Vice President.
Great. All right, then we do not have an oral report on the sidewalk and transit amenities program that has been rescheduled for, I think, October 25th. Is that right?
September 25th.
Oh, September 25th. Thank you. And then we finished item number 9, so then that leads us to item number 10. And this is advertisement number 1, a specialized on-call services update from the Bureau of Sanitation.
Yes, and we do have.
Oh, do we have public comment?
We do. Starting with Audit LA, we're on item number 10.
I'm at 1 minute, I hope, because I did not use any public comment time. With the Department of Sanitation, the city has ordered Scientology to remove their planters that are not ADA compliant. So far, they have not. So I am asking you to please order the Department of Sanitation to remove all said planters. You have all the money for theaters and skating rinks, so please have it for the ADA. I appreciate it. I yield back the rest of my time.
Enri?
Thank you. Point of clarification, how much time do I have left for...
Enri, you have 2 minutes on this item.
Okay, thank you. For Department of Sanitation, I just want to make a note here as well, reiterating the comment by Audit LA that I have personally witnessed a congealing of sewage by Fountain Avenue thanks to the Church of Scientology illegally wasting water and backing up sewers. And I just want to make it a point that, yet again, the same illegal planters have also been caving in the sidewalks leading into the sewage. And it's a major safety hazard, not only for ADA compliance, but we're talking about destruction of public property. And I think if I can receive bogus vandalism charges, then at the very least, Scientology earns criminal vandalism charges for destroying city property. Thank you.
Thank you, Enri. I do see an additional hand raised. Scott? Scott, would you like to offer commentary on item number 10, specialized on-call maintenance services update?
Yes, thank you, Council. I too am concerned about these planters being out in front of on Fountain Avenue and Ron Hubbard Way. They are a they are intruding on the ADA, the ability of wheelchairs to access the sidewalks. They are also impeding the ability of people to leave their vehicles from the sidewalks. These planters were used as some type of form to stop people from actively protesting in front of that building, and really looking for some remedy on that. The city on Hollywood Boulevard and Sunset, they removed all the planters there that were being used for the homeless. I'm wondering why they're getting special treatment, and why the laws are not being applied directly to them like they are in other places. Thank you. I yield my time.
Thank you, Scott. And that concludes commentary on item number 10.
Great, thank you. Then we got to go back to general public comment, is that correct?
That is correct, Madam Vice President.
All right, we have, we had general public comment from people inside the building, but they are no longer here. And so then we'll go on to Zoom.
Very well. We can start with Audit LA. Audit LA, go ahead. You have 2 minutes to offer your general public comment.
Yes, I want to start off by saying yesterday I went to the Fire Commission meeting, and wow, what a difference. Absolute professionals. I spoke my claims of absolute safety concerns, and by the end of the day, they were on it. That fire lane is now open. So salute and thank you to the LAFD Fire Commission. Unlike this commission, where we've been coming twice a week, week after week since July, and everything has fallen on deaf ears. Nothing's been done. The only thing that has been done is that is an absolute effort to suppress free speech. And Vice President Villegas, I am going to ask you to do what what the former president did, and I'm going to ask you to step down. You are not fit for this, in my opinion. I believe that Commissioner Davis is much more qualified. He understood what I was saying as far as conflict of interest, and he tried to warn you. You made this meeting erratic. You put public comment at the end to punish public comment. You have a disdain for people, whether they are, and you have no idea what everyone wanted to talk about. You're just assuming that it's all people who are protesting the conditions at L. Ron Hubbard Way. So you are not fit, in my opinion. You absolutely, and you did not honor my, when I tried to make a clarification for the city attorney. So city attorney, I am calling you out as well. You should have answered my questions and concerns, because I was given a warning, which means my next time I could be kicked out before I gave public comment, which you knew I wouldn't be doing. So but you guys think that you're playing chess, but you're not. You only have the skill set of playing checkers. So I want to know who I need to complain to, because I am filing a complaint against Vice President Villegas and the city attorney.
And that's 2 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Enri? Last call for Enri. I don't see him still in the queue. Oh, there you are. And you have 2 minutes, Enri.
Yes, hello. I want to echo Audit LA's comments, especially about the stepping down and the fact that you intentionally shifted public comment for the first time. Been coming for a while now, for the first time, all the way towards the end. So shame on you, but I want to direct your attention to two really big ticket items. Number one, June the 3rd, 2024 at Fountain Avenue. And this is a general contractor by the name of Omega Structural Incorporated, hired directly by Scientology, knowing full well they did not have a permit to conduct major construction to do, guess what, foundation repair. And Scientology not only hired them without a permit, Omega Structural Inc. took the job without a permit, but that's not even the worst of it. The Omega Structural Inc. Employees actually assaulted me, as well as issued death threats to me and another caller who is here today, Scott, by making a motion to slice my neck off in broad daylight. Affiliated with Scientology, issuing death threats, and assaulting protesters. But that's not even the worst, all right? That's not even the freaking worst. Your city is doing business with Coding Building Supplies, owned by the Springers, Tracy and Stacy, who are being investigated for child molestation. This is who LA City does business with, all right? They're both Scientologists. They are doing major construction with your city, and they're chomos. And you're doing business with them. It's no longer about construction. You guys are openly being affiliated with child rapists and predators. And this is what your legacy will be. Everybody will see this video, and they will know you by this deed. You need to stand up. This is more than just construction. This is about saving children from predators. And that's exactly what Scientology is. And we've been telling you for months. And guess what? Because you've known, thanks to public comments, you're too reliable. Do you really want this to be your legacy?
Thank
to
you,
be
Enri.
affiliated
That's
with
2 minutes.
Lester?
We'll move next to Mona M. Mona M. Go ahead, you have 2
Good
minutes.
morning, good afternoon, council members. Thank you for the time to speak today. Let's see, L. Ron Hubbard Way again and Fountain Avenue. I want to give credit where credit is due. As of last night, the fire lane was finally opened. Excuse me, on L. Ron Hubbard Way. Apparently talking to the fire commissioner and the fire chief had made an accomplishment. The Board of Public Works should have enforced the section of the permit months ago. Shame on you for making it go that far. There was a lot of people at risk. Now let's take care of the ADA violations, the planners. They're not only an ADA violation, but they are in the fire lanes on Fountain Avenue. And the scaffolding, it was inspected by the fire chief yesterday, and I'm waiting on what assessment he gave for the permits. Let's get this taken care of before it becomes a pie on your face too. Council members, let's do better. I and most of the commenters would just go away if you would just do your job and enforce codes. Thank you, and I yield back my time.
Thank you, Mona. We'll go next to Yvonne. Yvonne Best. Go ahead.
Thank you. Again, this is around the compound, Ronald Hubbard Fountain in New Haven. Noticeably, there are no permits posted anywhere. Labor is being used that is being underpaid and illegally performing construction and maintenance on public property. Additional construction was noted in the trash bay, and there's no permit noticeable or on record for that. In addition, you are putting at risk funding that is used for all kinds of projects should the Department of Justice, Department of Labor decide that you are not a credible agency, and they withhold their contributions to the city due to your dereliction of duty. That's not a threat. That's an inevitability if you persist on allowing the misuse of individuals on R1 visas and the underpayment of staff in the Sea Org being paid $50 a week. I'm done bringing this to your attention. It is your legacy to fix this problem of slavery in Los Angeles.
Thank you. Thank you, Yvonne. We'll move next to Barbara. Barbara, are you still on the virtual platform? Okay, I don't see Barbara's name still on. So Scott, go ahead and you should unmute. You'll be able to unmute, and you'll have 2 minutes. Go ahead.
Thank you. We are not playing chess. We are playing 3D chess, and we are not going away. We will be here at every meeting, bringing awareness and making you culpable to the actions of what Scientology is doing. I was given a death threat by one of those contractors working in uncontracted foundation work. They gave us a death threat. For months, we've been filming them moving people across the street, trafficking people. Those trafficking has ceased to persist because that unpermitted contracting was to build an illegal tunnel under Fountain Avenue to traffic those people. You have the ability to stop that and expose that. All those people who are being put in danger by going under a tunnel that was not permitted and is being done by without the city's permission or with the city turning a blind eye are responsible for that. Just like all those people that could have been hurt by that fire lane not being open. It's a miracle that no one was hurt and there wasn't a fire. That it took all of us speaking up, and we will be coming back, and there's going to be more of us until we get some remedy to what's going on there. Those Sea Org members are working for $50 a week, 7 days a week, 12 hours a day. This is uncalled for. You're spending how many millions of dollars for a theater, and you can't figure it out. Figure it out. There's a tunnel under Fountain. How is there a tunnel being built under Fountain without permits? Thank you.
Thank you, Scott. Teague McLean. Go ahead, you have 2 minutes.
Thank you for allowing me to speak. I am also speaking in regards to Scientology. I have noticed that they have ongoing public events happening on the street. One of my complaints was in regards to the fire lane. That has been taken care of. But they're ejecting people from the event based on their own, I don't know, they just have their security guards on the phone saying, get them out of here, which is wrong. They were actually caught by the police presenting invalid permits. They changed the dates on them, and this was addressed. And I would like to know why shortly thereafter that this incident was documented, the access to the public permit website was shut. You can no longer view the details of the public permits due to this incident. Timing was just like within a matter of days, it was shut down. And there is a lot of non-permitted construction happening currently, and all of this is being documented, and I would like to know what the city is doing about it. Are you investigating it? Thank you, and I yield my time.
Thank you, Teague. I do see an additional hand raised. Area code 310, ending in 134. Would you like to offer public commentary on today's meeting?
Hello, this is Barbara Brody making a public comment. I have 3 quick topics to discuss. One, I want to call attention, the Board of Public Works approved an RFP for over $1 million over the Bureau of Engineering's estimates, and no one seemed to bat an eye about that. And the staff report noted that this was likely because the contractors involved were accustomed to bidding on much larger bids. I would suggest that perhaps the board look and the department look at identifying a list of contractors who are interested and willing in bidding in smaller bids so that $1 million override isn't something done out of default. Number 2, at some time ago, the City Council passed a motion to approve an RFP for the Ike Interactive Kiosk Experience advertising program. That program would compete with the staff program for ad revenues on our city streets, and I'm asking what the situation is or the status is of any potential RFP for Ike, and to make certain that if it does move forward, that there be a robust public participation process in the drafting of the RFP before it's written and released. Thirdly, on the matter of public works agendas, the staff program was meant to report today, and there was no written report in the file to review so that we could prepare to ask questions and raise points that would help to make the program better. And I would appreciate very much if there could be written reports in advance so that not only the public can better monitor the program, but also so the board can do so, and it's easier to keep in line with monitoring benchmarks and reports that are given. Thank you very much.
And that concludes public commentary on today's agenda.
Great. Thank you so much. Then did we clear the desk, Mr. Knight?
Yes, we have.
All right. Then at 12:23, we are adjourned. Thank you.